Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Italian Protectorate of Albania from 1939 to 1943. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to see more videos just like this one. And without further ado, let's get into it. Before Italy joined the First World War, it occupied the port of Vlorë in Albania at the end of 1914. When Italy joined World War I, it spread its occupation to the southern regions of Albania. Then Italy, with permission from the Allies, occupied northern Epirus in 1916, forcing Greece to withdraw from the region. But in June 1917, Italy proclaimed central and southern Albania as a protectorate of Italy. Northern Albania was distributed to the states of Serbia and Montenegro. By Halloween of 1918, French and Italian forces kicked out Austria-Hungary from Albania. And after the end of the First World War, Italy withdrew its military forces from Albania. This occurred on the 2nd of September 1920, but this was done because of foreign pressure and the defeat in the Vlorë War. The Italian fascist regime had politically and economically penetrated and dominated Albania during Zog's rule, and for a long time had already been planning on annexing it. Albania became under strong Italian influence after the signing of these treaties, and Italy was almost like the father figure in a sense. Because under Zog, Albania's economy was dependent on multiple financial loans given from Italy since the year of 1931. In August of 1933, Mussolini placed big demands on Zog in exchange for Italy's continued support of Albania. And when your country is economically dependent on another, you are pretty much submissive to them, because you can't afford for them to cut you off. Now, some of these actions Mussolini put on Albania were Italy would take control of Albania's military, all new appointments to leading positions in the Albanian government had to have received an Italian education, Albania signed a commercial convention that would make Italy Albania's most favorite country, and many more. To show how far Italy was to go, in 1934, when Albania did not deliver a scheduled payment for a loan to Italy, Italy sent a warship off the coast of Albania to intimidate Albania. Now Britain opposed Italy's actions, and under pressure, Italy backed down. Now Italy claimed that they were merely doing a friendly visit, but there is nothing friendly about sending a warship to another country. Invasion of Albania. On the 7th of April 1939, Italian troops invaded Albania. This was 5 months before the start of the Second World War. Albanian resistance was ineffective against the Italians, and the country was occupied on the 9th of April 1939. Albania's king, Zog, fled for Greece, and despite Italy's strong influence in Albania since 1927, Italian political leader Benito Mussolini wanted to control the whole country. This was for a multitude of reasons, some of which included to provide a response to Germany's annexation of Austria and occupation of Czechoslovakia, have a firm control of Albania to station military forces for future operations, and to increase Italy's prestige. Victor Emmanuel III was proclaimed King of Albania, creating a personal union with Italy. The Albanians controlled the region and were encouraged to open Albanian language schools. The Albanian flag was allowed to fly. The Italians also gave the inhabitants Albanian citizenship. The Italian and Albanian militaries were together. The country became fascist with the establishment of the Albanian Fascist Party. All members of the Albanian Fascist Party took an oath to obey the orders of the Duce of Fascism, Mussolini. Colonization also began as Italian citizens began to settle in Albania as colonists. Italianization of Albania was one of Mussolini's plans. Due to the work of history, Italy proclaimed the right to possess Albania. The fascist regime claimed Albania through the studies of proclaiming the racial affinity of Albanians and all Italians, especially as opposed to Slavs, living in Yugoslavia. Italian fascists claimed that Albanians were linked through ethnic heritage to Italians, not to Slavs, and that Albanians had long been part of the Roman Empire, even prior to the annexation of northern Italy by the Romans. Strategically, control of Albania was very important. It gave Italy an important beachhead in the Balkans, which also gave Italians full control of this strait, which is the entrance of the Adriatic Sea. Albania was also important as it can be used to either invade Yugoslavia or Greece. In 1939, Ciano spoke of Albanian claims to Kosovo as valuable to Italy's objectives, saying this. Pause the screen and take some time to read it. The Cooperative Council of the Albanian Fascist Party stated that the Kingdom of Albania considers itself at war with all nations against which Italy is at war with, at present or in the future. This was announced on the 16th of June 1940, shortly after Italy's declaration of war against Britain and France. During the Greco-Italian War, Albania was an important area for the invasion of Greece. Mussolini planned to invade Greece and other countries like Yugoslavia, which would give Italy control of a lot of the Mediterranean. The Albanian army abandoned Italians in combat, causing major unraveling of their lines. The Albanian army was believed to be the cause of betrayal, and it was removed from the front. This was the first action of revolt against the Italian occupation of Albania. After the Italian invasion, the Greek counteroffensive was very successful, and a sizable portion of Albania was in Greek hands. But in April 1941, Greece capitulated after an overwhelming German invasion. All of Albania returned to Italian control, and a good portion of Greece was also occupied by Italy. After the fall of Yugoslavia and Greece in 1941, Italy, Germany, Bulgaria, and the newly independent state of Croatia were holding talks about defining their borders. And by June 7, 1941, Italy had secured its borders in the Balkans. After the capitulation in September 1943, the country of Albania was occupied by the Germans until the end of World War II. Around 200 Albanian Jews and 400 Jewish refugees lived in Albania prior to the Second World War. While Albanian Jews were generally protected, foreign Jews were placed into concentration camps. Jews in Kosovo fared comparatively worse as Italian authorities turned them into the Germans. They were sent to camps in Albania or murdered, while others were taken into Albanian cities where local populations protected them. And that's where we end today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on notifications as I'll be posting more videos just like this one. And have a great rest of your day. God bless.